Which other elements are crucial in the initiation rite, either among the Igbo people of Nigeria or among other groups of Africa, whether in South Africa or in other part of the continent that we can examine?
In other part of the continent, what they do is giving a tribal mark. Some of them do the circumcision and at the same time put the tribal mark, at which you will see the person and identify where the person is coming from, and this is done in the olden days in order to know who their people are, and it is also used in terms of war and guiding of the kingdoms, so that when they see you have been initiated and they see, oh, you said, okay, I am the son of so person. You mention your surname and they look at you. They will see, yes, okay, that is the tribal mark. He's one of us, And during some other war, those who are not circumcised and probably initiated into the community and the kingdom are not allowed to go for war, because it is assumed that they will become saboteurs. They will become people who will not be identified by the others who are fighting war with them. You see that? So most of the African countries, what they do is tribal marks, and then they go to the seer of that community. The seer, as in terms of spiritual seeing, they go there, and as they go there, the chief priest would then call on them and probably do the mark and the tribal and probably initiate them with some some herbs, Some part of Africa, I must tell you, also do theirs against weapons, against weapons of warfare. The penetration into the body will not be active once they have done that initiation. And these initiations are very paramount to them because they feel that it's a protecting factor. It is then the time they will know that this child is our child, belong to us, and this child can represent us humanly and spiritually anywhere he or she goes. So this is what goes on in different African countries.
All right, thank you so much, His Majesty. Well, just now you made mention of one of the reasons for initiation also be against a kind of a protection against weapons of war, be not penetrating the human body. And of course, if somebody is from Nigeria now, we see a lot of films where this issue have been raised and all that. So which means it's a pretty common observation among many Africans and in Nigeria to be specific, because both of us we are originally from Nigeria. But now you are coming from a military background, you have got a good training, but you are also a traditionalist, in that you are a traditional leader. So it means that you understand it from both ends. So when we say, or when you say that initiative right sometimes is a protection against weapons of war, can you clarify that for me? Is it something that we can hold in evidence that really, if you have those initiative right, you will not, weapons of war like maybe cutlass or gun or things like that will not enter you like they usually will show in Hollywood film? Or is it a question that you believe that it is like that, because both of them might not actually mean the same thing? Please help me with that.
All right, there is no smoke without fire. The film they are showing have origins. It has basis. And what they were trying to show is how the Africans were existing in the past. And they relied so much on those powers. That is what they were trying to show. But I'm saying in my own context that yes, it's still practicable. It all depends on individual country, what they themselves want to use as a form of initiation. They might say what they are doing with the eye of the kingdom is to make sure that the knife does not penetrate. And some others will do the ones that will say we are doing for the bullets not to penetrate. It all depends of choice of a certain country. It is not specifically on Nigeria, to tell you the truth. There are some African countries that are doing that and they are quiet over it, and probably they did not announce it because they didn't want to probably air it out, or they didn't want to show it as a kind of their defense. Because it is always good when your enemy cannot assume what power you have and then underestimate you for whatever he or she wants to use against you, which you know that you have been initiated against that, and that cannot penetrate you. It is not for the military contents, though some of the people in the military are also using such African powers. They do, individually on their own choice. That's what I'm trying to say. It is individually on their own choice. If you decide to say, yes, I want to do this, then you have the right. Since you are in the war front, it is your right as an African to use it. And nobody will go against that. I don't know whether you're getting my point. So on such situation, specifically on your own decision, it's not longer on the issue of the country, but probably you are doing it for the purpose that you are a commandant, or probably you feel that you'll be more strong to have those powers with you or on you before you will know that you are fully protected for the war you are doing. I don't know if you understand that.
Yes, I do, but not fully. So I'm going to try and propose a question again. And of course, you understand that I'm asking the question for the purpose of education, for those that are listening to us, so they can understand this context. Because sometimes we think that it is clear, we think that it is understood, but it is not understood. People don't understand most about this item, this thing that we're talking about here. Is it if somebody do initiation and this person were to be in front of the enemy, say maybe there is a war, say maybe the weapon of war in this case is gone, can those initiation, by the way that they are by the way that we understand them, actually prevent that individual from being killed? That maybe when a gun is shot at, when a bullet is shot at him, those bullets will not enter. Is that the understanding that we have about that initiation in reference to times of war?
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. But I'm saying that kind of initiation is not for the whole African continent. It's specifically on some certain areas use that up to now. When they do their initiation of circumcision, they will back it up with gunshot and knife. And you will be asked a question, do you really want it? You say yes, because you will be tested. You understand? You will be tested after making such a charm, let me call it a charm, or after inserting those herbals on you, you will be asked, do you want the knife or do you want the gun? That's what I'm trying to say. So it's on individual description to say, yes, I want the gun, I want the arm. On a general category of initiation, this is an advanced level. So they do not do it for everyone. This is what I'm trying to make clear. But is it working? Yes. If anybody shoots you and they did the one of firearm, it will not penetrate you. If anybody use a knife on you and you have the one of knife, it will not penetrate you. That's the truth. So if your question is, does it work or is it working? Yes, it's working. But I'm trying to clarify that it's not for everyone. And it is not by force. It is by your own initiation and acceptance and description of what you want. I don't know if I have made this clear.
Yeah, it's very clear.